right?
Yep.
They're like, I got to eat perfect. I can't be exposed to any toxins. And really inside of the book, you're sharing that, look, you're going to be exposed to things. We're just trying to minimize them.
Right.
And then there are tools, lifestyle habits, etc., that if we do them on a regular basis, we can also manage the level of toxic load. We can better support our body's natural ability to detoxify itself, right? So I just want to jump ahead a little bit, and we'll come back to kind of completing the toxins.
Yes.
What are a couple examples of lifestyle habits that people can do, whether it's, things that we could be doing, working out, sauna, other stuff that you found that are supportive for people, even if they have, which we all do, some exposure to toxins?
Yeah. So I think actually the gut, it comes back to the gut, because that is really crucial. That is how your body clears most toxins, is through the GI tract, through the liver specifically. It packages toxins into what's called the bile. Then that is put into your intestine, and then the bile just gets excreted with the bowel movements. So if you're not having a regular healthy elimination, normal digestion, healthy bowel movements, then your primary way of clearing toxins is hindered. And
so if you're constipated, for example,
exactly, yes,
and because everybody's so constipated,
right?
I think you have to sometimes tell people what is constipation, right?
Yes,
because some people are like, oh, I poop every other day, and like that's normal. So what is constipation?
Yeah.
Right?
Many GI doctors define constipation as less than 3 bowel movements per week, but I actually disagree with that.
That seems really,
that's the medical that's where we are with
crazy.
That's where medicine is.
It's kind of like, what's obesity? The number changes every year because everybody's obese.
Right. It's
so
just,
what would you say based on your
I would say
your
1 bowel movement a day is kind of the minimum.
So at least if you're not having 1 bowel movement a day, and a good healthy one, you have some charts inside of your book, of how people can analyze their stool, etc., to know if it's healthy. But you need at least 1 healthy bowel movement a day. If you're not, you're hindering your detoxification process.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And so I think that's part of what I call pre-tox, which is like kind of preparing your body for detox. So pre-tox includes healthy digestion, hydration. People forget the importance of water, but that is really important to make sure you're well hydrated for your detox functions to work. And then another system that's not often emphasized is the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system moves what's called lymph fluid, which is a fluid that's in your whole body. It clears things like, byproducts of metabolism, like lactic acid from exercise, and also clears toxins that might be throughout the whole body. And so ways that you can move the lymph are exercise. One of the best ways, just moving it. Lymphatic fluid is moved by muscle movement. So any type of movement will move the lymph. Dry brushing, which is an Ayurvedic technique, dry skin brushing is a very good way to support the lymphatic system. And then finally, I think sweating is a really great tool. So
and if we combine your first one and second one, dry brushing I see as like a bonus. If you can do it, great. But really what I'm hearing from you is if you take your first one, which is movement, you take sweating, this is another strong reason why including, trying to get up and work your way up. You might be starting from 0. So it could even be starting with a walk or brisk walk.
Yes.
But getting some sort of real core movement practice.
Yes.
And if you have the basics, strength training.
Right, for sure.
So that you sweat, you keep your muscle mass, and you have better metabolic health, and you're also going to be managing all sorts of chronic diseases in a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one interesting thing about that is they studied the type of sweat that's produced from exercise and compared that to the type of sweat from a sauna pertaining to toxins. And what they showed was there are actually different toxins excreted. So when both are good, but when you're exercising, there's like a certain subset. And if you're sweating in a way that your body's heated from an external source, and that could be, they actually compared like a steam sauna versus an infrared, dry sauna. And both the steam sauna and the infrared sauna were equally good and more effective than exercise, and also were kind of complementary in terms of which toxins they excreted. So fundamentally, the sweating from an external heat like a sauna is different than the sweating from exercise. Both are hugely beneficial, and exercise has been like a game changer. For me, my own health, my patients. I think that's one of the biggest levers that I try to work with people on.